and today I'm going to show you my version of a braised chicken thigh. Okay, so I have some beautiful thigh meat here, some tomatoes and onions, some garlic, salt, pepper. I went out in my garden and grabbed some basil and parsley, and I thought wouldn't it be delicious to have a little mushroom in there. So the first thing we'll do is start with our meat. I'm going to put my oven on bake 350, and I'm going to go ahead and put my cast iron pan on to heat that up. I'll put some olive oil in the bottom, and then we'll let that go ahead and heat up. So for our meat, let's put some seasoning on it. We'll put some salt and pepper. There's some pepper and some salt. Great. And we'll go ahead and put that, we'll give that a minute back here. Whoops, let me drain that. And give that a minute. Meanwhile, why don't we start with some of the things we're going to put in. Oops, there goes the tomato. So I'm going to crush some garlic. And if you've seen me cook before, you know that mostly every dish I make has onion and garlic in it. So go ahead and peel one of these onions. Just a regular yellow onion. I already rinsed off my tomatoes and my herbs. I rinsed my onion off, even though it's peeled and layered. And I'm going to go ahead and chop that into a nice fine chop, small pieces. If you're like me, you have a favorite knife. This is mine. It just feels right in my hand. Just be careful when you're cutting, obviously. Keep your fingers away from the blade. And if you've seen me cook before, you know I've cut myself before and burned myself before. So just be careful. And then for our garlic, I think I'm going to use my press. And that feels like it's heating. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that chicken right in there. And I have it on 7. Move this out of the way. Rinse my hands off. I think we can put our onion and our garlic right in there. Even though some of the recipes I've watched and looked at, they wait to add theirs after they pull their chicken out. But I don't mind our chicken having these flavors. And I don't think it'll burn. So we're just going to go ahead and crush our garlic and our onion. Just chopped. I'm going to go ahead and put that right in there. Right along. Give that some flavor. Meanwhile, why don't we cut up our tomatoes. And this, I'm adding tomatoes because I have tomatoes around, and everything's better with a Jersey tomato, isn't it? Can't hurt. So I have some plum tomatoes, and I have some whole tomatoes. If they have a little spot, just cut that piece out. You don't have to use tomatoes if you wanted to use crushed tomato instead, or if you have another favorite vegetable you want to add, that's fine. I bet you peppers would be delicious in this too. Just give it a different flavor. But I'm going to add mushrooms. I just thought that would be nice. And I'm just cutting them in small pieces. If you have, like I said, crushed tomato instead of fresh tomato, that's fine. These are, the end of my garden is coming in, and I hate to waste anything. So I always come up with a reason to throw in a couple more things. Good. We're just going to let that chicken brown on both sides, and then I put my oven on bake 350. So once we get the chicken browned on both sides, we'll pull it, and then we'll cook up our tomatoes and our mushrooms, onion and garlic. We'll add our chicken back. See how that's looking. Oops. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and flip it. Okay, and now we'll open our mushrooms. Drain those. Okay. While that's happening, why don't we get our basil off our leaf, off our plant here. We'll chop that up. See, this part is the seed. Basil's starting to go to seed. You don't use that. And if you're out there in the garden and you see that happening, if you just clip right here, then it'll start producing for you some more. But if you don't, you'll lose your plant will all turn to seed. So do remember to clip that. I go out there with kitchen scissors and just chop off the tops. Okay, and some basil. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just chopping up some basil and parsley. I'm gonna grab a plate so we can pull our chicken off after. How's that looking? Just let that cook a little bit longer. And then we'll go ahead and add our ingredients. We'll be back in a few. So a few minutes have passed and we're ready to pull our chicken. So we're just going to go ahead and pull our chicken off. Put that in a plate on the side. And now our onion and garlic are still in there. We'll add our mushrooms, our tomatoes and our herbs. And we'll just go ahead and stir that around. Add some more salt and pepper to this. And you know what? I think I will add a little red wine. It's going to pull up that heat. Just looks like it could use a little bit to cook off. This is good red wine, so I'm not going to put too much in there. All right, so let's let that cook down, and then we'll be back. We're going to pop that in the oven shortly. Hi, and we're back. We let that cook down a little bit. Not too much, maybe 5 minutes or so. Let me bring that over so you can see what that looks like. See how nice that looks? And now I think it's time to put our chicken in. So let's just place our chicken right in there. All right. We'll throw that juice right in there as well. And now it's time to put that right in the oven. We'll leave it uncovered and see how we do. I'm thinking about 30 minutes, but we'll check it in 30, and if it's not cooked through, we'll keep it in there. And then I'll pull it out and show you what it looks like. Go ahead and put it in the oven. Oh. Storing my other. There we go, right in the middle. Hi, and we're back, and it's time to take our braised chicken out of the oven. Oh, there's our timer. Just gonna hit clear. And I did end up putting it in for 40 minutes, so 10 extra minutes after I pulled it out. I did a little test and it looked like, oh wow, that looks beautiful. So So you can serve this over buttered noodles or mashed potatoes you can put as a side. Let me just show you how beautiful that looks. So I hope you enjoyed this segment of cooking. And if you liked our segment, you can like our page, or you can look at our YouTube channel and find other videos on cooking, freezing, and canning. If there's something that you'd like us to make for you, just let us know. Thanks so much. Enjoy your day.